Hi everyone, and welcome back to Let's Pete Legend of Dragoon. Before we actually get started today, I wanted to just take a minute and recap what's going on here. I feel like we have absolutely flown through Disc 3. I've been flying by the seat of my pants here, and a lot has happened, and I'm definitely in my mind, I think I'm much more familiar with Disc 1 and 2, so I wanted to just recap. Yeah, so let's see. We started off in Fernie, right? We sailed to Fernie on the Queen Fury, and we explored that water town that was super fun. Dart was renting his little boat and cruising around there. We kind of found that rowdy band of mercenaries and learned about Kamui's poor situation. And we went out into the evergreen forest and ultimately fought him, turned him back into a nice tiny house pet, and him and Tio and Fa got to live happily ever after again. When speaking to the mayor, who was Fa's father, we also learned that Shanna took him to bed and then sang him a lullaby, or took her to bed, sang a lullaby, and then it turns out that through some discovery there by Haschel, we sort of informally learned that Haschel is actually Dart's grandfather. That's crazy. Let's see, after that, I'm sure we went back through the Evergreen Forest, and I think Rose headed off to Neat, and we learned some more about that and more about the Sacred Sisters. Meru headed to the village of the Wingleys, and we got some foreshadowing that she maybe is a Wingley. And then, let's see, the party all went to Denengrad, and then in Denengrad, we got to explore that town. That was really a neat place, and learn about the Divine Tree, and study in the library, and really the main plot points about the tree and the moon, the Dragoons, Lloyd, the Wingleys, all that stuff starts becoming a lot more clear, and they even start talking more about the creator Soa. So you kind of learn a little bit like what's actually going on in this game. I think the main thing we really still don't know about is the Black Monster, but that was awesome. Denengrad was great, and then the party kind of regroups. I think at that point we start learning about the Divine Dragon, and before we can leave, he kind of attacks, and then after that it's just all bets are off, right? So we run to the Wingley Forest. We, meet with Meru's people who are now becoming more supportive. We have a little clash with the Bardell brothers there, and then we go off to that Forbidden Land, which was so cool, and we fight the Super Virage, which was an awesome fight, and then we fight the Grand Jewel, which was so difficult, and he literally takes your levels away during the fight. Get that Dragon Block Staff, and then immediately after that, Denengrad is attacked. We get warped back there, a little bit too late. The city is devastated, and then... No, you know what? I think even before that, I missed it. I think even before that, yeah, Shanna also gets out of the party and we get Miranda, so that's crazy. I can't believe I didn't even state that in the recap, right? What a huge turn of events. Let's see, and then we have the block staff. We go right towards the dragon's home, the Mountain of Mortal Dragon. We go up there, we find Lloyd's been fighting him, apparently set him free as well. We kill him, Lloyd gets the final kill, and the Dragoon Spirit, which doesn't do anything, thank goodness. And then he runs off, goes and kidnaps the Queen, takes her over to this Tower of Flanville, which we just did. We have to go through the glacier to get to that. Go and rescue her. Finally, we find out what Lloyd's actually been doing this whole time. He's working for Emperor Diaz. Then Emperor Diaz summons us. Now that's where we're on our way to now. And then ultimately find out that Shanna's just been outright kidnapped, and now we have Lloyd in the party, and we have all the Divine Moon objects. So, I don't know if that was hopefully I didn't miss too much there, but this disc is just insane. It doesn't feel like a series of things that happen, it just feels like a race and a whirlwind, and the stakes start getting super high. So, we're going, you could say that battle with Lloyd really is kind of the end of the disc boss fight. It very much is. But we are going to go confront Emperor Diaz, so we're going to head into the snowfield here. As I was saying, you could head into the snowfield here before I took one step and got in a fight. And we've got one last area to kind of move through, and then we'll be in the final area. So let's actually get in there and go. I think maybe 5 minutes of me just rambling is enough, but man, what an absolute disc. I just want to I feel like you could get to the end of this game and just, it's such a blur and not even appreciate like all the stuff that happened, so... Yeah, we're still in a very snowy area here, very interesting, so... So let's see what's actually going on in this place. I love this kind of snowy aesthetic here. And we are going to do this fight because look at these friggin' things. What do we got here? We got the white ape and we got bowling. So, folks, I have to say, I specifically remember this bowling enemy as one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And I thought, okay, if they ever remake this game, theoretically they're going to have to remake all these enemies. And I just wanted to see what this thing turns out to be. It is just such a goofy little robot type of thing, whatever it is. And then it's just got these stones, and it smacks you with those, so very weird. And what I'll also say is, at this point, I just was getting a little, he throws a snowball at Congo, but he deals like 400 damage. I don't feel like that should have hurt you that much, Congo, but whatever. So I was just doing a little quick assessment of the party here, and I will say I'm very happy with how the leveling has gone for everybody. Okay, bowling is doing something crazy over there. I'm just having each person target their own person here. So everybody has got their second to last Dragoon magic. So we've essentially only got one move to learn for everyone. Except Dart does have all of his moves. So he just learned his final Dragoon magic and he's at max Dragoon level. So we'll have to find a place to show that off. Maybe an upcoming boss fight here, but... I kind of love where that's at. So that's going to give us on disc 4, that's going to give us a fun opportunity to still see a really cool final move from everybody. Edition-wise, most people are on their second to last edition, and then when you master all of the editions that you have, you will always unlock that final one. So the exceptions are actually Hashel and Meru. They actually have another one to still learn. So I could see possibly grinding them a little bit in between disc 3 and 4, just to really be able to have some time to use those final editions on the final disc. So that would be my goal there. Oh man, Lloyd comes out of the party. I forgot he was in there. I have something to tell you before we go to Velweb. It's about Diaz. Oh good, more plot. I see. Well, with this blizzard, it's not a bad time to take a break. And then we go into this little cave. Do we trust Lloyd enough to go in this cave with him? Hopefully. He really seems like he's fully not a threat anymore. Like he's totally resigned to helping us do something at this point. Okay, so Diaz, make the world regenerate. Lloyd, regeneration of the world? The runes of Cadessa 3 years ago. Oh, this is... Oh, I wonder if this is when they went and got the Dragon Block Staff. Or the sword, I should say. The Dragon Buster. Diaz says, the world is now rotten, like a fallen fruit. Look at this guy. Look at frickin' Diaz over here. It has the same smell as the world ruled by Melbu Frama, the wingly dictator. The world, where inertia is considered to be peace, and the easy path leads to devolution. De-evolution. The overture of the destruction has already begun. De-evolution. Are you saying this is the reason why our magic power is deteriorating? It's not only for you winglies. It's the danger all species are facing. Now, how can we regenerate the world, says Lloyd. Lloyd's interested. You winglies are merely the 107th species. The Greater Will, the Creator Soa, prepared the last, the 108th species. The last species is the last god, which will regenerate the world and lead us to utopia. Okay, so this is where he's sort of convincing Lloyd to be on his side here and what his motives are. It sounds kind of good. Count 108 years, and the moon that never sets glares red, the moon child descends to the earth, gives a holy blessing. We've heard this before. The moon child of this legend is the last species? Oh, that's something we didn't know. It's the god that gives holy bliss to the world. Rose says that's not true. It is the truth, says Lloyd. Lloyd says, then why does the black monster continue to kill the Moonchild? And he stumped you there. The devil wants to stop the evolution after imagining himself scorched to death by the blessed light brought by the last species. Interesting. Lloyd, what is the relationship between the divine moon objects you've been pursuing and the Moonchild? Lloyd says, the ancient winglies feared their status as the supreme species would end, so they sealed up the 108 species. The keys to dissolving the signet are the gem, the dagger, and the moon. Oh, okay. So the moon The god can't come back, basically, because they sealed that away. You were going to release the Moonchild, in other words, the god, using the divine objects. If I don't do it, somebody else will, says Lloyd. Even the last god cannot escape the fate determined by Soa. That's all I wanted to tell you. The rest will be told by Diaz. Okay, interesting. He goes and Dart still goes and grabs him. If you desire utopia, why'd you take Shanna away? What is Shanna to you? I mean, that's a super fair question. All the truth will be told in Velweb, says Lloyd. Okay, so you can still come with us, man, but I wish you'd tell us more about this here. This Emperor Diaz, he sounds like a real stinker. Dart, the blizzard's over, says Maru. Because I'm still only in my dancer's outfit, so that's good for me. Oh my gosh, this screen is just mostly white. Okay, I see something over here. Interesting. What does this sign say? Danger ahead, snow slides. Okay, folks. I think we actually have to do this. Whoa! I slid right off of it. What's going on here? Alright, this is crazy. You gotta hit these buttons and there's all kinds of stuff you can do. Whoops! Okay, I went down. I got absolutely nothing from that. Okay. Hey, it's your fault, Dart. You slipped and we all ended up here. What, did he pull everyone down? Oh, Maru says, these are ancient characters of the Winglies. Let me read it. Winglies, ouch, moss. What does that mean? Oops, I can't read any of this, she says. Can you do better than that, Dart says. Can you give us anything? There's some human characters too. What? Gigantos too. Are you serious? I was bad at the classics, Dart says. Oh, you guys are useless. Can you read anything, Rose? Congo can't, we know that. The cursed land where the decline of the Winglies began. Nobody is allowed to touch the door. The Judge Nomos of the Court of Xanabatos. What? Xanabatos? That sounds like a cool area. It was one of the most prosperous cities of the ancient Winglies. It's over there? No, it couldn't possibly be. No. If my memory's correct, over there should be Fort Magrad. Fort what now? But Velweb is up there. Let's go back quickly, so we're in a totally weird area. Okay, so how do you get back then? Guess you just head back up. Okay, so you just run all the way back up here. Alright, we're gonna keep going here. I see 2 treasures down there that I cannot get. Whoa, we got a burning wave. Now that is a really powerful magic item. And a gushing magma. It's the lesser version. So there's an enemy there. I just fought. It's a skeleton. Kind of reminds me of the skeletons on the Phantom ship. And he's just called Mr. Bone. Like, who named that? Okay, folks, so we picked up a couple items, but I really want to go down here and get these items here that you have to fall down properly to get. So we'll see if we can pull these off here. So I'm going to attempt to go on the left side of the sign, and I'm going to press X a couple of times here. So let's see if I can pull this off. Nice! Okay, so the first, third, and fourth time. And we get the magic shield. Whoa, can you believe that? What does that do? Magic shield, huh? Is that an item, I must assume? No, wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. I know what that is. That's a repeat item. Yeah! Oh, that's way better than I thought. Yeah, so we've got the material shield. Remember, this makes you immune to physical attack for 3 turns. The magic shield makes you immune to magic attack for 3 turns. That is absolutely crazy. I would highly recommend making sure you get that. And I'm going to meet you up back at the top by that sign again. Okay, and now I'm going to actually fall over here on this side. And I'm going to do the second and fourth. Nice! And look at that. The Dancer's Ring. Okay, let's head down again. What happens if you don't press it here? He just falls completely over. Oops. Dart's like, oh gosh, Pete, come on, man. I wonder if that hurts you at all. Okay, and the dancer's ring. What do we have there? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, that's got to be only for women, I assume. That increases your agility, so that's kind of like that, the bandit's ring. It's kind of the equivalent to that, right? But I am actually going to keep Rose on the Ultimate War God, and I'm actually going to move Dart over to an Ultimate War God, too. He just got a new edition, so I want to make sure he's able to do that, because again, I'm just much too lazy to do it. And then I'm going to move Kongol off the Bandit's Ring, and I'm going to move him to the Attack Badge. I don't know, we'll just have him be a really slow powerhouse like he kind of wants to be. And folks, this is an awesome spot here. You've got another optional side quest, but we're going to go for it. We're going to head into Fort McGraw and see what this is all about. You do not have to do this. You can actually come back and do it later. I think it's super cool to do now. And Maru falls too. Jeez. Yo, Dart. I thought we have no business over here, says Rose. Yeah, but look at Maru. Let's give her a little break. Plus, there could be cool treasure here. She pelts Dart with a snowball. Unbelievable. Rose, take her out. You said it's Fort McGraw, one of the Wingley's ruins. Oh, no, it belonged to humans. It was the land where Diaz declared war against the Wingleys with tens of thousands of soldiers and 7 dragoons. I heard about it, says Rose. Alright, let's definitely check this out, though. Dart, let's keep going, she says. Let's. Alright, folks, we need to head into this place, and I'm just going to give you a heads up. There's a treasure chest right there. I just walked past that. I just skipped it. You can't imagine why, can you? Why would he do this? I'll tell you more in a second. Dart says, Rose? Rose says, Dragoons are descending here again in this place again. Oh my gosh, she's gone full flashback. She's gone full sepia tone. Oh, Diaz, he says, what we desire is freedom, or give us death. And the Liberation Army of Humans says, God bless Diaz. God bless Gloriano. I am to bring light to humans' future. I am to pass judgment on the past of the Wingleys. I am Diaz. Oh, this is actually the Holy Emperor Gloriana. We heard about this before. So that was just Diaz. Okay, interesting. Dart's like, Rose, anything wrong here? We kind of lost you there. Nope, nothing's wrong. Okay, I doubt that. Let's move on. We don't need to stay here any longer. Fair enough. So, the reason I'm actually skipping all of these treasures is because they're actually all just those items that give you a status effect on an enemy in battle. So, like, you can make an enemy fearful or panicked or just, you know, confused or something like that. But it's random enemies only. Not that important. So I'm actually just going to skip those. I don't have room to carry them anyway. But we're going to head up onto this main platform here. Oh, and then Rose comes out again. Good, I'm glad she's in the party here. She's having another flashback. She's gone full sepia again. Diaz says, I heard you're going to have a wedding after this battle. There's no guarantee of coming back alive. Oh, he's talking to Zieg, and he says, even if one of us dies, our bonds of affection are forever. And then Rose just says, Zieg. Diaz says, your eyes are already looking at the future. Then I will realize the future for you. Oh man, what an inspiring guy this guy must have been. And he was talking to Rose and Zieg. This is crazy. Dart says, sometimes, I don't know, Rose. I don't even know if you're really the Rose I know. And she goes, what are you gonna do? I'm just me. And a sword is shaking up there. Oh my god, it's the sword of Damocles coming out. Holy smokes. Because the Dragoons made an appearance, it seems the souls of the soldiers who died in the Dragon campaign have awakened. Oh my gosh, are you serious? We have to get in a boss fight against the souls of the soldiers who died in the Dragon campaign? I can't believe they would put that in this game. But yes, folks, this is a completely optional boss fight. If you are truly badass enough to fight him, now's the time to do it, I say. Now, just to keep things a little above board here, I brought Miranda, who is our healing and revival powerhouse. This guy does have an instant kill attack, and I'm going to have her power up Dart while I talk about this here, but if he does that, it can be pretty devastating, and it's the sword that does it. So he's got 3 different components, the sword, the helmet, and the armor, and we have to kill all of them. So We are going to go super special Dragoon with a powered up dart. Let's have at it. Now, my plan is that Miranda can be really useful at reviving people. I don't have too many angel prayers. But the other thing is she's got her... the reason she can do that is she's got her Gates of Heaven move that revives everybody. And she's wearing a talisman, so Miranda will never die to that big attack. And that should really help me out here. But a powered up dart in his magical element, casting his final Dragoon magic that we've never seen, is going to start things off with a bang. Let's do this. The Red-Eye Dragon. And Rose is just here for cinematic purposes, so... Okay, now Dart summons a giant geyser of flame from the ground. From that comes the Red-Eye Dragon. Look at this thing. We don't even fight anymore, we just make dragons do our bidding. And it turns into some kind of ultimate rocket ship, basically, and just blasts into him. And detonates so hard, it glitches the screen out. Look at this. God, I love that move. Absolutely devastating. 12, 14, and 1600 damage to the different parts of that Polter armor. Yeah, what are you going to do? He's going to do some kind of crazy counterattack, huh? Oh, he's going to do light magic against Miranda. Great plan. Oh, she takes 130 damage, almost nothing. Hilarious. Okay, so Rose's Dragoon magic, I don't know, not terribly useful at this point. I think I'm just going to go for attacking the sword with her. I don't know. Yeah, so you could definitely get in a situation if you've got the whole party as Dragoons. Let's see, what should Miranda do? You know, I could have her do Star Children. It's not, the damage really isn't the point, but I've got the MP, and she is light and he is dark, so that might do something pretty good. So, if you've got everybody as a Dragoon, you could be at risk of, you know, if somebody dies, there's really nobody to revive them, except in her case, she's the only one that can do that, so... It's a bit risky sometimes with these foes to have the whole party go special, but oh, the damage can be worth it too. Okay, she does decent amount of damage. He doesn't like it. He chucks the sword at her. Now, I do need to make sure she survives. Oh no, he's doing a move called command blocking. What is this? The head is coming up. The helmet, I should say. Onto her. What does that mean? Her Dragoon command is blocked? Well, she's already a Dragoon. She can't turn into a Dragoon, but she already is a Dragoon, so we're okay for a bit here. That's so random. Alright, Dart, why don't you hit him with Explosion here while you're still powered up? A devastating hit. So folks, just because I think we're getting a little close to the end of this video, you just saw this, I think if we do some Dragoon magic we've already seen, I might just be tempted to fast forward that, so I think that's okay. Alright, Miranda's still got 3 turns left as a Dragoon. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and keep hitting this Polter sword here. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if it's in reaction to what we just did, but the sword seems to be summoning a portal to the underworld here, the Shadow Realm. Oh, creepy. Okay, and some kind of, like, demonic hand is coming out. And it attacked Miranda. But it missed. Folks, that is the cannot combat attack. Okay, so not only did Miranda actually trigger that, she doesn't have to revive anybody because she survived it. That is insane. Alright, so now I think we might be in the clear here. Now we gotta just take out this helmet. Then we'll go for the armor and we'll be free and clear. Oh my god, Miranda could maybe take that out too. That's hilarious. She did! Hilarious! And she lost her Dragon Block. She's the hero of this fight. This is amazing. Dart's just gonna go off on this thing with his full power attack here. Yep, Rose, same for you. Oh no, I think he's casting Night Raid on us. Yikes. Well, hopefully this doesn't kill Miranda. It very possibly could. Oh no, it did. Miranda. The one person who was supposed to survive. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna go ahead and just bring her back right now, because she deserves it. Let's give her an angel's prayer here. I could have her go Dragoon again if I wanted to. That's so funny. You know what we'll do is we'll throw out a speed up on Dart here. I'd like to have him just get even more attacks in. Okay, he hits me with the Black Rain. I'm still not super concerned about that. Night Raid was much scarier. Oh my god, did that seriously just kill Miranda again? Are you literally kidding me right now? Okay, Dart, one more round here. If you kill him, you kill him. If not, we're gonna revive her. She's done so much for us in this fight, I just want her to get some of the experience, you know? Okay, Dart comes out of it. Okay, here's the plan. Angel Prayer over to Miranda. Oh my god, another one. I sure hope it doesn't take her out again. What is he gonna do? Okay, it's a light-based attack at least, thank goodness. Oh my god! Okay, folks, watch her shine. Dart and Rose just got killed, and she is gonna do Gates of Heaven and bring the whole party back. I can't believe we're seeing this. This is so epic. Look at that. Full revive for the party. Did that get them full health back, though? I have to check. Oh, you know what? I'm a little bit mistaken there. I'm actually going to fire off a Healing Breeze, too, here. Geez. I guess that revives you, but it doesn't give 100% health? Gosh, I'm a little bit surprised about that. But still, half health to the whole party and a revival is pretty sick. So, okay, Miranda, you want to finish this guy off too? Can you imagine? God, I would die laughing.
Die. Hard blade.
And Rose does it. Perfect. That makes a lot of sense. She's the one with the skin in the game here, historically speaking. Oh my gosh. And we got the Soul Eater and the Smoke Ball, folks. Literally insane items to get. The sword just disappears. I cannot complain that people bear grudges against me, says Rose. Okay. Okay, folks, just to review quick. The Soul Eater, now this is actually a weapon for Dart. This is his strongest weapon in the whole game. So check this out. He does 109 damage right now. This puts him up to 150. It's absolutely devastating, but every single turn, it takes away 10% of your health. So what would be a really good idea to do is you could put the Soul Eater on him, then you could also give him a Therapy Ring, and that basically counters that. So you'd lose 10% of your health, and you'd gain 10%, and I think it actually just doesn't even animate showing that. That's a pretty good endgame equip for him. For my purposes, I'm actually going to just take that off, and I'm going to leave the Mind Crush on him, because I want the Ultimate War God, so I can grind a little bit easier, and I don't want to have to use a Therapy Ring and then do all his additions manually. The second item we got, the Smoke Ball, that is another repeatable item that you will have forever, and if you throw that, it instantly escapes you from the fight 100% of the time unless it's a boss. So that is actually our second to last, I think, repeatable item. So in this place, we got the Magic Shield and we got the Smoke Ball. Very cool. So I want to go see what these two treasures are up here. Oh, the Armor of Yore. And the Panic Bell. Okay, so Panic Bell is another one of those pointless items. What the heck is the Armor of Yore? Whoa! Avoids poison, stun, and arm blocking. I could give that to Dart, and then he's got the Phoenix Plume too, and he would literally be immune to all status effects. Let's do it. Gosh, that's funny. Is there anybody else that can take the thing he was wearing? Albert? Oh, it's the Saint Armor. Okay, so he's already got that. Everybody's all set. I don't suppose Congo wants the Saint Armor, does he? Okay, so we're all good. So, folks, the rest of these items, yeah, like I said, they're just kind of junk, so I am going to head out, and I will meet you back up at the top of this place where we, before we started falling down all these hills, and we'll continue on the next episode of Let's Beat Legend of Dragoon. I'll see you then.